Law and Order SVU, Monday at 10 on Virgin Media Play and Virgin Media 1.
The pressure mounts as Mr. Bates takes the fight public. With lives ruined and reputations shattered, will truth finally prevail against the powerful institution that betrayed them? Mr. Bates versus the Post Office at 9 on Play and 1. Now for the day's news.
On the news at 5:30 this evening, Gardaí investigate a death in West Dublin. A man in his 50s was taken to hospital from a house in Balgaddy but was later pronounced dead. He's been named locally this evening as Jake Burney.
Jake was well known to many of us, and for a loss of life of this kind, I think will mean real sadness, not just for the people who love Jake, but for the wider community.
Also on the programme and staying in Dublin, a Garda's injured as he confronts a suspect with a bladed weapon during a burglary in Blanchardstown. Separately, a man appears in court charged over a fatal incident in Balbriggan in County Dublin in which a man was struck by a car and later died. Abroad, Iran's supreme leader breaks his silence and plays down the impact of the US bunker buster airstrikes as the American Defense Secretary goes on the offensive. They were historically successful, he says.
President Trump created the conditions to end the war, decimating, choose your word, obliterating, destroying Iran's nuclear capabilities.
Back home, the face of Ireland's hidden homeless, the retired woman who can't find a place to live and has been forced into couch surfing after her landlord sold her rental property.
I spent days just crying my eyes out. I've never reacted to anything like that before. Do you know? And I've had some tough times, but this was just horrendous.
The big summer wedding, Jeff Bezos and Lauren Sanchez to marry tomorrow in Venice, but the multi-million-dollar nuptials are causing lots of ripples in the city of canals. And a storm brewing over the Mayo County Board's treatment of Kevin McStay as his exit as senior football manager with immediate effect. Good evening. The man who died from injuries he sustained during an incident at his house in West Dublin has been named locally as Jake Burney. He was taken to hospital from the house in Balgaddy but was later pronounced dead.
Ishka Aaron, delivering water services for Ireland.
Welcome back to the news at 5:30. A reminder now of our top story this evening. The man who died from injuries he sustained during an incident at a house in West Dublin has been named locally as Jake Burney. He was taken to hospital from the house in Balgaddy but was later pronounced dead. Now, a meeting between horse racing mogul JP McManus and Limerick councillors has taken place.
Hannah Murphy, Virgin Media News.
Sport next. Here's Anne-Marie.
Thanks, Aisling. Good evening. Ireland and Leinster hooker Dan Sheehan will captain the Lions for Saturday's game against the Western Force in Perth. That's all for now. Be back at 7.
Our next bulletin is at 7 here on Virgin Media 1, but for now, have a very good evening.